Hey, what's up guys? It's boy Dante from ShopX03 here with my man
JC. What it do?
Nike is suing Bape, and you know Bape has been doing the Bapestas silhouette, has been kind of copying the Air Force One silhouette since like 02, 01. You know, Bapes has been around for a minute, like 21, 22 years, and Nike is now suing them in 2023. What do you think about this, JC?
I couldn't believe it because I was like, is this like a joke? Like, are they just pulling this shit? Because it's been over 2 fucking decades. Like, it's been 2 decades, different colorways, and it's not just the Air Force, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've done it for like other shoes, and it's like, well, why now? Like, what changed to the point where like now they're like suing Bape and they're like, hey, you know, those are actually our shoes? Because, I mean, looking at it, bro, the only thing that really changes is, like, small details. Like, instead of the swoosh, it's the star and stuff like that, you know?
Exactly, the star. I mean, and over time, you know, the silhouette, back in the day, you know, the OG Bapestas and Nego era Bapestas, they definitely looked more precisely. They even have better quality than the Air Force One. I mean, just look at these Kanye West Bapestas right here, and just look at the quality on them compared to even the regular Air Force One right now. Do you know what I mean? These came out in 2005. You can tell the quality's good. Looking at the shoe, it looks just like an Air Force
dead-ass Air Force One. I mean,
exactly. And
everything is, like I said, if literally the fact that it just says right there, Ape, you change that to Air, take out the star and put the swoosh, that's what it is. It's just, it's the Air Force One. It's the same mold and everything. All they did was just switch those 2 things.
So yeah, I can see why back then, you know, Nike would have a problem and sue Bape. But over time, you know, the silhouette has changed. Especially, you know, Nego left in 2012, and you know, I just had some Burberry Bapestas that were exactly on the cusp of Nego leaving the company and selling it. And after that, you know, the silhouettes have changed, and I feel like they look like a little, definitely not like back then. They don't look that much like an Air Force One. I mean, these Bapestas right now, they look more like the Air Force One, but 2016, 17, 18, like the ones, I'll put them right on the screen, they look totally different. I mean, JC, do these look like the Kanye West Bapestas in the silhouette form? I mean, they look like a Bapestas.
You can tell, you know, that like it's the same similar thing as the Air Force One, but it's different. Like, it changes enough to where like it throws you off, especially like on the toe. It looks a little bit more kind of lifted, like scoop. So these ones, I'm like, okay, like I know it's taking it from the Air Force One, but it's not it 100% in comparison to like the ones we just saw, the Kanye West ones. That's like dead on copy and paste. It's like, yeah, bro, copy my answers, just, you know, change it a little bit kind of thing, you know?
But also, I feel like Nike owes Nego, you know, some. Without Nego making the Bapesta and putting all the cool colorways, I think Nike got a lot of ideas from him and made Air Force Ones those colorways as well. I think Nego helped boost Nike's Air Force One sales as well by creating the Bapesta, by making the silhouette popular.
Well, I mean, not just that, but like if you look right here, because I've seen these photos surface like of the patents, the Air Force Ones are the ones that really resemble the Bapestas, or I guess vice versa. Because once you start getting to the other ones, they're similar, but I can't say like they're spot on. Like the Courtstas, which is like the Jordan 1. The
Courtstas.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they have the low version, the Skatestas.
The Skatestas look like a dunk.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's meant to look like it, but I mean,
the Bapesta mids, the Bapesta, the Skatesta, they all back in the day looked exactly like the, you know, way more similar. But now they definitely look a little more different.
But I'm honestly kind of curious to see how this ends. In theory, you would think, oh, no more Bapestas, right? Like if they win. Which would be fucking crazy to think about, like, if Bapestas did not exist anymore. But, I mean, I guess we're gonna have to figure this one out. This is definitely one that we just kind of woke up to. I was not expecting ever to hear, like, Nike suing Bape.
I'm glad Nego's gone. I mean, Nego sold that company 10 years ago. Nego's was human made, so this is up to the Chinese IT. You know, I don't really care, because I only wear Nego era Bape. I mean, ShopX03, we sell just Nego era Bape. I'm just a weird hypebeast, a diehard hypebeast. There's definitely memes out there with me that, oh, we rock Nego era Bape. I get it.
Stopped hearing about that, you know, the whole like.
I feel like you know how Nike went and sued the one that did the Old Town Road, the Lil Nas X shoes.
Lil Nas X, I
think
they Warren Lotus.
Warren Lotus, they sued Warren Lotus. They just seem to be suing a lot of like, you know, people that take their silhouettes and add something new to it. They're really going. I mean, Warren Lotus was just like an underground custom designer, basically. Bape is a huge multi-million-dollar company, you know. So they're going after everyone. It doesn't matter.
Like, they're not going after like the small, you know, low key. Like they're going for like straight up corporate.
Well, they're going for corporate, but they also went for Warren Lotus, who he wasn't corporate. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like they're going for everyone. Like,
yeah.
But I just want to know like who said something to someone and they got pissed and now they're suing because you waited 2 decades.
Anyways, guys, thanks again for tuning in. This was some urgent news, so we just had to, speak on it. Anyways, ShopX03.